Assalamualaikum and very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm SHULIZA ANUM binti Madrasah. I'm pleased to be here today for this campaign on Malaysia culture diversity. How did you know about culture diversity? Having had an interesting past and being a part of international spice route many hundreds of years ago, Malaysia has turned into a mosaic of culture. Everything from its people to its architecture reflect a colourful heritage and amalgamated culture. To understand culture, Malaysia culture, you must first get to know its people. Malaysia, Malays, Chinese, Indian and many more ethnic groups have lived together in Malaysia for generations. All these cultures have influenced each other, creating a truly Malaysian culture. The largest ethnic groups in Malaysia are the Malay, Chinese and Indians. In Sabah and Sarawak, there are a myriad of indigenous ethnic groups with their own unique and culture and heritage. Today, the Malays, Malaysia's largest ethnic group, make up more than 50% of the population, although this drops to less than 25% in East Malaysia. In Malaysia, the term Malay refers to a person who practices Islam and Malay traditions, speaks the Malay language, and whose ancestors are Malays. Their conversion to Islam from Hinduism and Theravada Buddhism began in 140s, 1400s, largely influenced by the decision of Royal Court of Malacca. The Malays are known for their gentle mannerism, rich as arts heritage. Okay, the second largest ethnic group, the Malaysian Chinese, from the 25% of the population, mostly descendant of Chinese immigrant during the 19th century. The Chinese are known for their diligence and keep business sense. The three subgroups who speak a different dialect of the Chinese language are the Hokkien, who live predominantly on northern island of Penang, the Cantonese, who live predominantly in the capital city Kuala Lumpur, and Mandarin speaking group who live predominantly in the southern state of Johor. In Sarawak, 25% is made of a mix of dialect groups including Fuchao, Hakka, Hokkien, Teochew, Hainanese and Puzian Min, while in Sabah, the population of Chinese drops to around 10%, who predominantly speak the Hakka language. In Sarawak, this 20% is made up of a mix of dialect groups including Fuchao, Hakka, Hokkien, Teochew, Hainanese and Puzian Min, while in Sabah, the population of Chinese drops to around 10%, who predominantly speak the Hakka language. The smallest of three main ethnic groups, the Malaysian Indians, form about 10% of the population. Most are descendants of Tamil-speaking South Indian immigrants who came to the country during the British colonial rule. Okay. Look of the prospect of breaking out of the Indian caste system, they came to the Malaysia to build a better life. Predominantly Hindus, they broke with them their colourful culture, such as ornate temples, spicy cuisine and exquisite saris. The general term used for any of the indigenous group that are found in Peninsular Malaysia, orang asli, which literally translate as the original people. They are divided into three main tribal groups. Negrito, Senoy, and Proto-Malay. The Negrito usually live in the north, the Senoy in the middle of the Proto-Malay in the south. Each group or subgroup has its own language and culture. Some are fishermen, some farmers, and some are semi-nomadic. Largest indigenous ethnic groups of Malaysia's population. Of Sabah population are the Kadazan Dusun, the Bajau, and the Murut. The largest ethnic group of Sabah, the Kadazan Dusun form a 30% of the state's of population. Actually, consisting of the two tribes, the Kadazan, the Dusun, they are grouped together as they share the same language and culture. However, the Kadazan are mainly inhabitants of flat dialects which are conducive to partly field farming, while the Dusun traditionally live in the hilly mountains and regions of interior Sabah. We need to gather more competitive to another country, which the hands of our people, we can make Malaysia a better place, even though we are not a big country. At some, we need to respect each other culture, ethnic and religion can make our country harmony. I end this. I would like to thank the organizer and all of you who are willing to stay till in the end of this speech. I wish nothing but great things for all of you. Thank you.